Welcome to the Practical Piano Practice Lesson 3. Today we are going to learn our next note, which is D. Like the alphabet, the notes go from C to D. And the way we can determine where D is on the staff is it is on the bottom of the staff of the treble clef, or as we are saying now, the right hand clef. There is no line through it, and it is touching the bottom of the treble clef. Now we count it the same way that we did quarter notes and half notes and whole notes when we applied that to middle C. We're now going to apply all those different types of notes to the new note, which is D. So we're going to use our second finger, sit up straight, and you're just going to take your finger and press it. Not like this. Keep your thumb. Remember, we're like holding a little bowl, or cup your hands like this. Go like that, like you're having water. Like, take your second finger, elbow out a little bit, put it on the note D, and just play it. Now let's play this example and count it while using the note just D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And release. Excellent. Let's practice this together. Now let's practice lesson number 3. Our new note is D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you see, we just press the D down with our finger, a little curved, and you always want to hit the note right around this middle section when you're playing just white keys, like the middle upper third of the white key. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. For the next example, we are going to play both C and D in our right hand. And here we can tell there's half notes, quarter rests, and half rests. As you can see, the left hand is completely silent because it is full of whole rests. So let's give this one a try. Remember, you're gonna go back and forth between your number 1 and your number 2 on C and D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's give this one a try. Now we're combining both C and D's and quarter rests, half rests, and half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. We are now learning a new kind of note, and it is the dotted half note. Now, a dotted half note looks exactly like a half note with a little dot on the right-hand side of it. And for the dotted half note, we now count up to 3. When you add a dot next to a note, it actually increases the value, as you can see, by half. So if a half note was equal to 2, you add a dot and it becomes equal to 3, because you add half of 2, which is 1, plus a half note, which is 2, and that equals your dotted half note, which is 3. Now, if that math is a little confusing, if you're a little bit younger, don't worry about that. Just know that a dotted half note equals 3 beats. Now, let's give this one a try. We're playing both C and D, and we are in 3/4, which means we count up to 3 for each measure. Remember, the bottom number, we don't really worry about that just yet. So we just count 2, 3. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Now, let's give it a try. Now we are going to have our dotted half rests, which equal 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's try this again, and I like to connect the two notes. You know, as this one goes down, this one goes up. Not like this. I mean, you could do it like that for now, but I want you to get used to playing connected. Try that with me first. As this goes down, this one goes up. As this goes down, this one goes up, and that's how we make it connected. And we call this legato playing. Let's give this one a try. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I could have made that a little bit more legato at the end. 1, 2, 3. Great job. We are now going to learn another new note, and this one's going to be in our left hand. It's very similar to the D in our right hand, but now for the left hand. It shares very similar qualities. It is on the top of the staff now in the bass clef, and there's no line through it, and it is right next to middle C, just like the D is, but the B is on the top of the left-hand side. And if we look at it, it's B, C, and D. If you work from the bottom up, B, C, and D. Just like how the alphabet ascends, that's how music ascends. As you go up the staff, you go up the alphabet, and as you go down the staff, you reverse the alphabet, which is a little bit trickier. Now, each letter is either a line or a space note, as we say. So the space notes are within the spaces of the staff, and the line notes go through the note themselves. Like how middle C had a line through it, when we start adding notes on the staff, they're gonna be around that line. We'll see that when we move on further in the lessons. So B is an example of a space note because there's no line through it. And now take your second finger in your left hand, place it on B, so middle C and B, and we are going to give this one a try. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's practice that together. Let's try out these B's in our left hand with our dotted half notes and quarter notes. All rests in the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's give this another try, relax our hands. Just playing on the upper third of the white key. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Great job. For this example, we are going to combine both C and B in our left hand and count it properly in 3/4 time or 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very straightforward. And since we did all that work with rhythm and counting, when we're applying the notes, that should be a little bit easier to do both notes and counting. And if you look at it, you can see middle C has the line through it and B is right below it. Remember, staff down, up. And it's very clear, and be sure to count up to 3 for each measure. Don't do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're kind of doing 1, 2, 3, 4. You're holding the 3 too long if you're doing it that way. All right, let's practice this together. All right, let's give this one a try with our dotted half notes again, and our quarter notes, and our 2 notes, C and B. And let's try to make this as legato as we can between the 2 different notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Your right hand doesn't have to wait here. I mean, you could do this if you really just want to work on your left hand. And please feel free to repeat this section over and over again until you can get it just right. Good job. For our lesson review, we are going to combine both the C and the D in our right hand and the C and the B in the left hand. For the first time, we're going to be having both hands on the piano. So your right hand is going to put a 1 on C and a 2 on D, and your left hand is going to share that middle C. So as your right hand plays C, your left hand is just going to hover above it a little bit, and then you can reverse. You can practice that with me a little bit now. Just go back and forth. Okay. All right, now let's give this example a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a lot of notes and a lot of rhythm. Let's give this one a good practice. Now we're going to combine both hands at the same time, which I always find so exciting. And we're going to go back and forth. Remember, they're sharing. So as this one plays, this one goes up. And we're going to play C and D in our right hand and C and B in our left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that second system is really tricky. Let's try that again a little slower. Just the second system. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try this whole thing again from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Thank you so much for joining me for the practical piano practice lesson number 3. We learned a lot of new notes today, applied all the rhythm that we have done in previous lessons, and have gotten our hands moving. Thank you so much for joining me.